good morning. Thank you very much. Welcome to Wednesday's Right Stuff with me, Matthew Wright. It's the 4th of November, a bad day for wrinkles. Because this morning I can unveil the latest weapon, if I can open the lid. Live telly, you can't read it. It's the latest weapon in the war on ageing, is this. We haven't even taken the... This is brand new. Right. It's a new face cream, and it's made from... Well, actually, why don't we let the panel try it before I reveal its secret ingredient? First off, it's Five's Natalie Pinkham, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, I'll give anything a go. OK.
Next to Natalie, we have David Ian, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for David.
Go on.
I'm getting younger, I can feel it. It's all going... I'm 34 now.
You look fabulous.
So,
makeup's
what's he going to tell us it is, though?
What do you think of it? It's light, isn't it?
It is light.
Yeah.
Smells OK. Yeah, do you know what it's made of?
Is it something from someone's bottom or something?
Snail gel.
Oh!
It's made from...
Give me some more!
Whatever it takes, Matthew, whatever it takes.
It's made from the slime of South American snails. And it said that the slime contains antibacterial properties that help keep the spring in your skin.
I so wish I'd put it on the back of my hand now.
Now, all I can say is if you think snail slime is disgusting, you should check out the ingredients in some other face creams. We found one that contains sheep afterbirth. On that sick and disgusting note, let's meet our special guest this morning. It's Yvette Fielding, ladies and gentlemen. Fancy some?
No.
It's amazing that when you know what's in it, you go right off it. It's actually called snail gel as well, so they're not fanning around with the branding.
Yeah. I honestly thought you were going to say it was something, you know,
no, it's
from
real.
an animal's rear end or something like that. Oh, no, no.
We scraped it off the audience on their way in this morning. So now, the one-time Blue Peter girl is best known now for Most Haunted, Living Channel's must-see Ghost Hunter series, and there's a new spin-off for fans this Saturday and Sunday evening as well, starring Yvette and Paul O'Grady, no less, called Death in Venice. What would that be about then, Yvette?
A little bit dark, a little bit macabre. No, Paul and I thought, you know, let's get together and let's go and do a little bit of something really terrifying. And
Go to Italy.
Go to Italy. Well, Paul was like, you know, where can we go? What can we do? And I said, I know this fantastic place. It's a really frightening island called Poveglia, just off Venice. And it's where sort of all the bodies were dumped during the plague, and then they built this mental asylum there, and the doctor there.
You are a weirdo.
I know.
You really are.
Love it.
Love
Love it. And so we pitched a tent, and we basically stayed overnight. And Paul just said, as we got off the boat, he just went, "This is like something from Saw 3. This is awful. This is not good, Yvette. I don't like it at all."
He's as mad for ghosts as you are, because you work together on these kind of things.
He absolutely loves it. So we're both of us together, and he had what's called an EMF meter, electromagnetic field meter, which, you know, and he kept calling it a PVQ meter and a ZY2 meter, and science does nothing
Put
with...
my money in the meter.
Yeah, exactly. So we did a lot of screaming together, a lot of hand-holding. At one point, I think he brushed my breast through absolute fear.
First time for everything, I suppose.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
No.
I think he quite enjoyed it.
Now, Yvette was also one of the stars in Celebrity Come Dine With Me on Channel 4 at the weekend with Roy Walker, Natasha Hamilton and Corrie's Bruce Jones. How do you think that went, then?
Well, I watched it from behind a cushion, and, yes, I was... do you know, the thing is, you get so exhausted on that show. Everybody says,
So everybody says it's hard work, isn't it?
But it's drinking every night.
Awful.
It's eating every night, you know.
I think it's fair to say, if you missed it, it's fair to say, if you missed it, that Yvette is not the most reserved dinner party guest they've ever had.
How embarrassing! I can't really... I kind of vaguely remember saying these things, but
I thought you were going to say you vaguely remember doing the show.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I had a hangover for weeks. But no, they ply you with all this alcohol, and then they're very clever, you see, and then you start coming out with all these intimate secrets. Right. I think mine were just a little bit more intimate than anybody else's, really.
How did you do in the end as a host?
Second to last.
Second to last?
Second to last.
And who was Roy Walker, wasn't it, the one?
It was Roy Walker, but what you don't see in the show is it was fantastic. It was a real surreal moment because they all did a little bit of entertainment. And so Roy decided that we were going to play catchphrase in his front room. You don't see this. And it was just amazing, because I thought, I'm sat in Roy Walker's front room, and he's going, right, now then, what's this catchphrase? And he talks about it, and whoever gets it right, he stands in the middle of his front room, and he goes, right! Like that, and I thought, this is really weird.
Really?
This is really, really
Did he
weird.
say, it's good, but it's not right?
He did do all
Love
of
that.
He did do all of
I
Mr.
tell you what,
Chips and
Yvette has
everything.
just made my laminated list for my fantasy dinner party. Brilliant.
Thank you.
You're there.
I'm there.
But I'm really fascinated by your ghost activities. Do you actually believe in ghosts? Do
I
you
didn't.
believe
When
in...
I first started, I thought, oh, I'm not sure about all. I was scared to death, because if you walk anywhere in the dark, it's a little bit scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so I wasn't really sure what to think. But now I've seen things and I've heard things and it's really... I really, truly believe that there is life after death. And when my father died about 1.5 years ago, I had a real trouble coming to terms with it, because we were estranged for about 1 year and a bit.
Right.
And so I had real trouble. But with my belief, it really helped me through it. It really helped me through the grieving
Demons
process.
as well? I mean, they have them on ITV at this time of the morning. Demons,
I've
goblins.
heard, yes, I have heard.
Believe in them?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I've
David.
got to ask you a question, because I read somewhere that you're a black belt in karate as well.
Now, yes, I did
that's
start.
scary.
Just say how great all your shows
I know,
are. Have I mentioned
fabulous.
how... I'm a believer.
No, my husband is the black belt.
Oh, okay.
Not me. There's been a little bit of miscommunication
Right,
there.
'cause
He
I
started to
didn't
teach
think
me.
you
Great. Rubbish, then.
No.
Yeah, we say what we like about you.
I got into it. I did start getting into it, and I was quite close. But then I kind of stopped with kids and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But he's the world traditional full contact martial arts champion.
Good
or,
heavens.
or was.
Does he cross-dress as well?
Yes, he does.
Does he?
actually.
Okay, it's a thing I found
And if
about
he
sort of
wants to, he
fighters.
can.
Fine with us.
I love having you here.
Oh,
I really do.
I
I
love
really
being
do.
here. It's
So,
nice.
and I love having you guys as well. Here's what's happening on today's show. After the break, a deep-seated belief. Is that a deep-seated belief in saving the planet? Is that the same as a deep-seated belief in Jesus? An industrial tribunal has ruled it is, to the fury of employers and some religious leaders. And we'll take the panel's view on that in a few moments. After which, Yvette and the rest of today's headlines. Our first phone-in, poppy fascists. Those who feel everyone should wear a poppy to remember the fallen, or else. What about the freedom to choose? Isn't that what all those brave men died for? Do you feel pressure to wear a poppy? Do you panic if you go out without one? The stars on Strictly, they've copped a bucket load for not wearing poppies, while some libraries, they've been slated for not selling them. They say it's unfair to put one charity above another. Are they right? Or is the annual poppy appeal different from all the others? Then, is TV the best place to talk to the dead? I know churches aren't as popular as they used to be, but is Sky One the right place to talk to the ghost of Michael Jackson? We're going to try that on Friday, by the way. Satellite telly, filled with psychic shows, crossing over, beyond Sixth Sense. Some of you might think they're just a laugh, but are they? TV rules require these shows to be entertaining, but doesn't that mean that vulnerable, grief-stricken people ultimately become exploited? If you've got a view on televised seances, mediums and other spooky stuff, give us a call and share. And finally, the big issue of today, your thoughts on the return of shoulder pads. I can remember the people in the 80s, people saying flares would never make a comeback, but they did. And now fashionistas tell us it's time for the return of foam-filled shoulders. Really? Those of you who wore them first time round, would you dare try them again? Or do you, like me, suspect those bigging up big shoulders are simply too young to remember how ghastly they were back in the day? Here's Kirsty with all the numbers. Kirsty.
Thank you, Matthew. And
Not
good
wearing
morning.
shoulder pads, I noticed.
No, I'm not wearing them today, no. I've got the little ones, but
Have you?
not the big pointy ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Happy days!
If you'd like to contact the show this morning, the number to call, as usual, is 0207 173 5555. Calls will cost a maximum of 10 pence a minute, and that's based on a BT landline call, so your mobile phone charges and other networks may vary. You can also email us, rightstuff@5.tv, and if you'd like to send your text, the number is 80088. Text will cost 25 pence plus your standard network charge. Not all messages will be shown on screen, and always remember to put TWS before your comment. And of course, if you'd like to tweet us this morning, then you can send your tweets to twitter.com/5rightstuff.
Thanks for that, Kirsty. After the ads...